If you're like me, you grew up hearing from everybody that getting a credit card is a terrible idea. They'll lead to overspending, cause you to pay thousands of dollars in interest to the evil credit card companies that are basically a one-way trip to financial ruin. That last one is the same thing that happens to people who don't subscribe to my channel. Just like the other financial rumors that we take as gospel, this is completely false. My name's Nick, I'm a CFP, and I'm going to teach you why you'll get left behind in today's financial world if you refuse to use credit cards. But first, make sure you smash that like button to help grow the channel. What exactly is a credit card? We'll start by explaining what it's not. It's not a debit card, though it's hard to tell them apart just by looking at them. Debit cards are given to you when you open a bank account and they are tied directly to that bank account. When you swipe a debit card at the cash register, that money gets taken directly out of your bank account. So if you only have $500 in your bank account, you can't use your debit card to make a purchase of over $500. Proponents of debit cards say it's the responsible way to spend money. Why would you need the ability to spend more money than you actually have? Critics of debit cards simply list all the benefits that credit cards offer and wonder why in the world you aren't using one. We'll get to the benefits, but first, what's a credit card? It's a line of credit given to you by the issuing bank. So instead of spending your own money directly out of your own bank account, you're spending the bank's money. Your credit card comes with a credit limit. This is the maximum amount you can spend on your credit card before you have to pay the bank back. For example, if you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit, you can spend up to this full $1,000 even if you only have $800 in your bank account, which I obviously don't recommend doing. But if you don't pay off your entire balance at the end of every month, you'll get charged interest. So if you spent that $1,000 but only paid off $800 of it by the end of the month, you could charge interest on the remaining $200. You want to do everything you can to avoid this interest because credit cards have interest rates between 18 to 25%. With interest rates this high, an unpaid credit card balance can double in just 3 years. But if you just pay off your credit card balances in full every single month, you'll never get charged interest. I've used credit cards myself for over 6 years and I paid $0 in interest to the credit card companies just because I paid off my credit cards in full every single month. As long as you, 1, never spend more money than you actually have in your own bank account, and 2, turn on auto pay so your entire credit card balance is automatically paid off at the end of every single month without you having to do anything, you'll never have to worry about paying interest. But credit card companies try to trick you into not paying your balance off every month. When you go to pay off your credit card balance, your credit card company will say like, oh, why pay off your entire balance when the minimum payment due is only $25? Sure, if you make this $25 minimum payment, you'll be avoiding the $28 to $39 late payment fees, but you'll be accruing interest on the remaining balance. Be someone that costs the credit card companies money, not makes them money. Okay, enough with the strategy. Back to what credit cards actually are. Credit cards are completely separate from your personal bank account. Maybe your bank will send you offers to apply for one, but they will not send you a credit card automatically just for opening a bank account like they will with a debit card. Most credit cards worth pursuing are issued by the big 4 providers: Discover, Capital One, Chase, and American Express, or Amex for short. Or they can be issued by retailers in connection with one of the big 4, like my Amazon card that's issued by Chase. To actually get a credit card, all you have to do is apply through the provider's website. Just plug in your personal information and they'll run a credit score check to see if you qualify. If your local bank offers credit cards, chances are they don't even come close to offering the same benefits as cards issued by the big 4, so I'd stay away from them. I can see how credit cards sound like a bad idea, but stick with me here. Let's go over their benefits. 1, they have astronomically better fraud protection than debit cards. If your debit card is stolen, you're on the hook for up to $50 even if you manage to report the fraudulent transaction within 2 days. But wait, it gets a lot worse. If you report a fraudulent debit card transaction between 3 to 60 days after it happened, you're on the hook for up to $500. I don't know about you, but I don't monitor my bank account every day. If something like this were to happen to me, it may take me more than a couple days to realize something's wrong, and then boom, there goes $500 right out the window. Here's the real kicker: if the fraudulent transaction takes you more than 60 days to notice, you're on the hook for the entire thing. So, how do credit cards handle fraud? First of all, the card criminal is spending the bank's money, not yours, so no money actually comes out of your own bank account. Under the Fair Credit Billing Act, your maximum liability on fraudulent credit card transactions is only $50. Even better news, most credit card companies promise you 0 liability on fraudulent credit card transactions. If you see a charge that you didn't make, all you have to do is flag it as fraud to your credit card company and they'll remove it from your card. Yeah, credit cards win this battle. 2, credit cards offer cash back rewards, which pay you money when you spend money. For example, my Amazon card pays me 5% cash back when I shop on Amazon or at Whole Foods. So if I pay for an order of $100, I'll get $5 in Amazon points credited directly to my account. My Venmo credit card gives me 6% cash back on my top spending category, which in my case is travel. If I spend $1,000 on travel, I'll get $60 in cash deposited right into my Venmo account. And there are cards like Delta Sky Miles that reward you an airline credit. Chase Sapphire Preferred offers you cash back rewards along with free travel insurance as long as you use it to book your flight or book a rental car. If you're going to be spending money every week at the grocery store, the gas station, or on Amazon, regardless of whether or not you have a credit card, why not get some money back for doing so? To get access to these cards with the ridiculous cashback rewards, you're going to need a good credit score, which brings us to our next benefit. 3. Responsible credit card use is the best way to build your credit score. Your credit score is a number that tells banks, employers, and landlords how trustworthy you are based on how likely you are to pay back money that's lent to you. If you never use a credit card, chances are you don't have a credit history. If you don't have a credit history, you don't have a credit score. If you don't have a credit score, you won't qualify for loans to buy a house or a car. Do you have $15K in cash laying around to buy that car you need? How about $500,000 to buy a house? I'll do an entire video on the best and the fastest ways to build your credit score, so make sure you smash that subscribe button and notification bell. Even with all these benefits, there is one scenario where I recommend using a debit card over a credit card. If the thought of having a magic card in your pocket that gives you instant access to $5,000 gives you dreams of lavish shopping sprees, stay away from credit cards. If you feel like you're in control of your spending and want to receive benefits just for making your weekly grocery run or buying a plane ticket, then use a credit card. Now that we know what credit cards are and how they're superior to debit cards in every way, how do you get your first credit card? If you're sitting here with zero credit history, you won't have access to the fancy cards with high cashback rewards that I mentioned earlier. You'll have to start with what are called secured credit cards. They are secured because you have to put down a cash deposit in order to receive one. The amount of the deposit becomes the new credit limit on the card. This ensures the bank is covered if you max out the card, never paying back. You are someone with zero credit history after all. The bank has no idea how trustworthy you are. For example, if you put down a deposit of $300, you'll be given a secured card with $300 as your credit limit. If you use your secured card responsibly for around 6 months, using it to pay for everyday items and making sure you pay it off in full every single month, the bank will send your deposit back. This usually means your credit score is high enough where you can start applying for other credit cards with better perks. And you can also get your deposit back if you close your secured card in good standing. The best secured card I've seen is the Discover It secured card. What makes this card stand out from all the others is that it has cash back rewards, which is unheard of for secured cards. It gives you 2% cash back on restaurants and gas stations and 1% back everywhere else, up to $1,000 in spending every single quarter. My first credit card was Capital One secured card, which got the job done but didn't offer any rewards. Unfortunately, you do have to be 18 years old to get a credit card in your own name, at least in the US. But there is a way you can build your credit score if you're under age 18. Comment below and let me know if you want a video on that. Thank you so much for watching my very first Nick Talks Money YouTube video. Let me know whether you were in favor or against credit card use and any questions you may have down in the comment section below. I promise you I'll reply to every single comment. And of course, smash that subscribe button and notification bell to learn more about money and investing every single week.